Welcome to another edition of 5 for Friday here on TarHeelIllustrated.com. This is THI Publisher Andrew Jones, and you're also watching us on our YouTube channel, Tar Heel Illustrated. Make sure that you like this video and subscribe to our channel so you get updates on everything we do, and that includes press conferences, post-practice interviews, post-game interviews, our all-access videos from Kevin Roy, all kinds of neat stuff. Jacob Turner and I do post-game videos. We have a lot of stuff on the YouTube channel. That's also on our site, TarHeelIllustrated.com. Today's topic is tonight's game. UNC at Wake Forest, 6 p.m. kick, happy hour time, ESPN. But before I get into the game, very quickly, I want to remind some of you who know and inform some of you who don't know that we have an amazing deal going on right now at TarHeelIllustrated.com. Go over to our site, sign up, and for free you can access everything that we do through the Georgia Tech game on October 5th. That means everything. Premium message boards, premium content. We're all over it covering UNC football and men's basketball. You can access everything for free through the Georgia Tech game. And if you choose to stick around and get a one-year subscription for just $99, we're going to add 6 months for free on top of that. Now, tonight, Mac and the Tar Heels headed to Winston-Salem to take on Wake Forest. And it's not an ACC game. And the reason this isn't an ACC game is because conference expansion, the ACC blew up to 14 teams. You got 2 divisions, Wake's in the Atlantic, Carolina's in the Coastal, and they don't play that often anymore. In fact, the last time they played was 2015 in Chapel Hill. The 11-win season Carolina had, the Tar Heels won that game. Last time they played in Winston-Salem was 2012. It was like the second or third game of the Larry Fedora era at UNC. So it's been a while. So the schools decided to get together and play a home-and-home series. Wake will return the game at Chapel Hill in a couple of years. So tonight, it's a big non-conference game for Power 5 game. So it counts as a non-conference Power 5 game for both teams, which is kind of cool. Now, what is at stake for UNC? A lot and not a lot. A lot because they've developed this amazing buzz right now going on around campus, and they're starting to get some national attention, in part because Mac Brown is Mac Brown. He's back, so it's a great story. Also, they got a true freshman quarterback that's led them to consecutive come-from-behind wins in the fourth quarter. That's a great story. And because Carolina tends to generate pretty good buzz when it gets good in anything, because it's one of those brand schools like Texas and Michigan and UCLA. But really, when you think about it, it's a big game because it's in-state, and it's Wake Forest, which is a good team, also 2-0 with wins over Utah State and at Rice last week. But I think it's a big game for someone who covers a team and is around them so often like I am, to find out how they're handling success. Last Saturday in Kenan Stadium, that was probably the best atmosphere I've seen from before the kickoff, throughout the course of the game, and then post-game that I've seen in a long, long time. Certainly, it was comparable to the Florida State game in 1997 in terms of the atmosphere in the stadium before kickoff and maybe in the first quarter. Tar Heels didn't win that game in 97. They won the other night, so that buzz continued throughout. This team is getting a lot of attaboys now. There are players walking around campus this week that have gotten recognized and acknowledged by students, fellow classmates that maybe ignored them before. This is a club that won 5 games the last 2 years. This is a club that entering this season had won just 6 of its previous 27 games. 2 over Pitt, 1 over Old Dominion, which was in an FBS transition period at the time, and 3 over FCS teams. So suddenly, they're getting top 25 votes, and they are being talked about all around the country. Lots of different major publications and networks have mentioned the Tar Heels as being 2-0. So how do they handle success? We'll see tonight in this game. We'll see what the result of preparation was this week. Mac lets them celebrate on Sundays. Then you cut the cord and move ahead. And when you think about the task that the staff had this week, given the fact they spent the first 9 months since they arrived at instilling confidence in this group that didn't have much or any at all, and now suddenly they got to rein them in a little bit. And we'll see the result of that tonight. Win or lose, we're going to find out how this team prepared, how they're handling success. And of course, if they do win, the buzz is only going to go up even more because they got App State next week, a good program, good team, but they're in a little bit of a transition too with a new coach, so they're settling in a different culture, and it's a very winnable game, obviously, for the Tar Heels. And then, of course, in 2 weeks, Clemson comes to town. So the buzz will be off the charts if this club's able to take business the next 2 weeks. But that game will only be a big national game if the Tar Heels take care of business tonight. And if they take care of business tonight and they move forward and generate more buzz, then they can worry about App State next week. But tonight, of all the different storylines, focus on how this club approaches it, and it'll be evidence of how they've handled success this week during the course of the week as a ballyhooed team now, because quite frankly, they are. There's a lot of people talking about this club that weren't talking about them 3 weeks ago. It's a really neat story, and we'll see what the next chapter in this story is tonight. This is Andrew Jones. You've been watching 5 for Friday right here on TarHeelIllustrated.com.